Equestrian Weather Radio Network, your home for everything related to weather on our beautiful planet of Equestria. This is the station tower identified under call sign CAD5. This transmitter tower operates out of the city of Cadence Trent on a tower on the Queen's Castle. CAD5 operates on a frequency of 162.500 MHz and features weather information originating from the Crystal Empire sector of the Royal Equestrian Wonderbolt's Meteorological Department. CAD5 provides advisories, watches and warnings for Cadence County and several surrounding counties within transmitter alert range. For a list of these counties, their radio location identification number codes, and the full list of counties served by the Crystal Empire sector of the REWF, please visit www.ce.rewf.equ/weather. The Severe Thunderstorm Forecast Center in Cloudsdale has issued Severe Thunderstorm Watch number 237 for the following areas. All counties in the Crystal Empire, all counties in the southeast area of the Changeling Empirical Territory, and the northern half of the dual celestial sister empire east of a line extending on Equestria Highway 57, or north of a line from Canterlot to Ponyville to Mersua. This severe thunderstorm watch was issued at 10 hours and 35 minutes past lunar midnight. It has remained unchanged since initial issuance and is currently forecast to be allowed to expire at around an hour post-civil twilight's phase conclusion. This watch is not being classified as a particularly dangerous situation category watch, and the of great risk to that category is listed in the watch area at 5%. Similarly, the likelihood of a net grade to a tornado watch is listed at 3%, and a PDS tornado watch risk is at 0.4%. The following are the list of hazards associated with this watch and their connected probability figures. The risk of tornadoes is in the low category. The risk of strong tornadoes is in the minimal risk category. Meanwhile, the risks for winds exceeding severe thunderstorm warning speed thresholds is in the enhanced risk category, and the risk of winds and thunderstorms exceeding 100 equestrian miles per hour is in the marginal risk. Finally, the risk of severe thunderstorm warning breaching size hail, or hail bigger than 1.5 equestrian inches, is in the moderate risk category, with the risk of tourist life-threatening hail, or hail bigger than buckballs, is in the slight category. Those currently in the watch area need to remember that when the STFC issues a severe thunderstorm watch for an affected area, it means that severe thunderstorm criteria weather is possible, if not likely, for areas in and within a 5-mile distance of the watch perimeter. All people, equestrians and tourists alike, need to pay attention to media sources or the EWRN for the latest information on this watch, as well as all storms that can and likely will develop in the watch area.
This is the hazardous weather outlook for the capital of the Crystal Empire and surrounding counties. As such, hazards for today and tonight include the following parameters: moderate hail risk, moderate lightning risk, enhanced severe thunderstorm wind risk, low, borderlining on enhanced flooding rainfall risk. The following is the discussion pertaining to the aforementioned weather risks. An intense cut-off low-pressure disturbance that has been slowly navigating into the Crystal Empire from the west-southwest will once again make its presence known across the discussion area today, especially as it interacts with assistance from a slingshotting of moisture brought in on a flow from the southeast due to a high pressure that is stubbornly sitting in the lunar drift ocean about 200 miles southeast of Barnstable in the dual celestial sister empire. As of the release time of this hazardous weather outlook, the forecast transmitted at 1 hour past lunar midnight remains on track and accurate. Storms are expected to primarily fire along a trailing cold front angling to the low pressure south and southwest sometime after solar noon and before 2 hours past solar noon, and quickly form into a long, slow-moving QLCS, with potential for this complex to bow out. This line is not expected at this time to produce tornadoes. However, if any storms do fire before the line, they could have potential to rotate and produce weak to somewhat potent tornadoes. The greatest risk, despite it being low, of this occurring is near the low-pressure system itself, where a triple point is occurring between the cold front and easterly warm front into shallow, small and struggling upward front to the west of the low pressure. Meteorologists would like to emphasize, though, that the tornado risk is not the primary threat, but it is a risk that needs to be made aware of, and thus respected by affected equestrians and tourists alike. Here is the section of the HWO pertaining to spotter activation. Spotter activation may be needed later today south of the Crystal Empire Castle and east of Equestria Highway 57. In addition, the Equestria Storm Chasing Association has given today a risk factor of upper and low risk, citing the slow movement of thunderstorms, the potential for large hail, lots of lightning and flooding threats, as well as the at times poor road conditions featured in the Crystal Empire and surrounding severe weather risk areas due to dirt roads and elevation that changes rapidly at times.
Here are the current conditions for the capital of the Crystal Empire and nearby areas within transmitter range. As of 11 hours past lunar midnight, the following observations were made by the reporting station located in downtown Cadence Tran. The temperature is 69 degrees. Skies were reported as being nearly overcast. Barometric pressure was measured at 29.11 inches and very slowly falling, nearing heading to a steady trajectory. The dew point was reported as 65 degrees, producing a relative humidity measurement of 94%. Visibility is 10 miles and the cloud cover elevation is at 6,100 feet. The wind was out of the south-southeast at 18 miles per hour with gusts at around 26 miles per hour. Once again, in Cadence Tran, it was 69 degrees, with nearly overcast skies.
Due to the Severe Thunderstorm Forecast Center issuing a severe thunderstorm watch for the transmitter warning area, CAD5 is in severe weather mode. This will revert to normal broadcast cycle mode after the threat for relevant severe weather types have passed into safe levels.
The current time in Cadence Tran is 11 hours and 32 minutes past lunar midnight.
This is the Equestrian Weather Radio Network, your home for everything related to weather on our beautiful planet of Equestria. This is the station tower identified under call sign CAD5. This transmitter